Hello everyone, it's Tails from Studio Wildfire here, and I have just uploaded a small update for the Dungeon Map Tiles original package. The small update is for the grass tiles. Before, in the original package, all you had, if I just go to the end of here, all you had were grass tiles that filled in the square, such as this. And a lot of the other packages then had connection files that would allow you to connect, say, the original and what was called the old grass tiles to some new features, like we might have some muddy ground or rocky ground or something or other. So there would be a tile that merges the two. Now, unfortunately, that does require that you have both packages, and I haven't done it for every kind of ground texture that I have. So to give a little bit of help with that, I've created some new tiles which I've just added. If I go back, and they use transparency, and they can create an edge, as you see here. So for example, you would have, your main grassy area. Whoops. Over this side. So for example, your main grassy area here, and then you could have this overlaid over a different texture. So here's one that I built previously. So here's some muddy ground. This is a texture that's in the new Dungeon Map Tile 6 package, and overlaid over the top of it is a section of the grass. So it looks like the grass has sort of come up and then there's some muddy ground underneath. So there's a whole heap of new tiles, as you can see. They're in the grass tiles folder inside the original package. So all you've got to do is just download the new package and those, download the update, and those pieces will be there. So there's pieces that turn corners. There are some different means of turning corners. So you could put those together. Get rid of that one. Or you could put this one down here. And that's a new set of tiles that will hopefully make integrating the different sets together pretty easily. Now, something else that I've also included, if I just go and hide these, whoops, there we go. Something else I've also included are some black and white fades. Some people had asked in the various forums for some shadowing or some highlights for staircases, because when I build my own adventure maps, if I've got a staircase that's going up, I'll fade it to white. If I've got a staircase that's going down, I'll fade it to black to give it that look that it's going into shadow. So if I just here we go. So here's a simple little staircase. Now where's the fade that I had for it? I think it's this one. Yeah. So here's a simple white fade. So as you can see, it just goes from white to transparent. Now what I do, so for example, if this is going, so this is up, this is down. So if this is going into a higher level, you could just come along and go, doop, there you go, and it fades. There's fading up to an upper level. So as your players see it, they can see that it's going up into a highlight, so they know it's going upwards. Same thing with, let me just put this over here. There we go. Same thing if you're going down. So here's a large staircase. So you could be using a large. So I've made them in 1 by several tile long. So for example, a double staircase just requires 2 of the long ones, and that's going down into shadow. I've also made the same thing. If I actually go to the go back up. So you'll find them in a folder called black and white fades. Pretty simple. So you'll also find some spiral staircase ones. So you can put that over the top of a spiral staircase. And there's also slightly larger. There we go. So as you can see, that could be a larger staircase. I think this is the So you could, if you're doing like a double, a small turn, but it's larger size, you could use this one as well. And it's just a case of spinning it around so that it orients the way that you want it. Or you can just come along and flip it over, whatever that you need. So that's the new update to the Dungeon Map Tiles set that I've just released. You should be able to download it now. If you're using Fantasy Grounds, just click to use the automatic update tool. If you're using the generic zip file version, which is just the straight art assets, just download it from, if you've got it from DriveThruRPG, just go and download the latest version from your library there. Or if you've downloaded it from the Studio Wildfur website, just go back, go to your download, re-download it again. There should be, if you notice at the end of the file names, there should be a code, which is actually the date. So it's got the year, four digits for the year, 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the date. So it should say 2022 10 13 should be that number at the end of the file. And if you get that one, you've got the latest thing. For Fantasy Grounds users, one thing I have done is I have removed the line of sight that a lot of the tiles had, simply because it didn't quite work right. And because the tiles are effectively so small, but we're dealing with just a single grid, there was too much poke through, because the line of sight tool just basically creates a little rectangle at the bottom here, and because of the way that the line of sight works, you get a little bit of poke through. So on the edge of every tile you get poke through, and it just looked horrible. So I've removed it on the map tiles, so you will have to add in your own line of sight data, which is really easy to do. I'll probably do a little video showing you how you can do it and how easy it is to do. And I think you end up with a better result anyway if you put it in yourself. Anyway, thank you very much. If you like the content, please, shmoosh that like and subscribe button, ding that bell, the whole works. It lets me know that you're enjoying the work that I put out, and if I know that you enjoy the work, I put out more work. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video.